what do you got in the wrestling news as far as hot news, Billy?
Yeah, so I'm going to pick and choose here from my list in terms of what's most interesting. So this could potentially be the most interesting story of the week. I think you guys will get a kick out of it as well, if it comes to fruition, because these are plans at the moment, and I don't know when they're going to pull the trigger. So there were talks over the last few months about unifying the two women's titles because they're struggling to book credible feuds, and also they don't want to be in the weaker side of negotiations with the likes of Sasha and Charlotte. The numbers are also pretty bad for anything that doesn't involve Sasha and Becky Lynch, which is why that's been the go-to match, I think, on Fox FS1 this week on SmackDown. Sasha and Becky, they're the two remote needle movers. Becky more so than Sasha, but everybody else is miles behind. So
really? Even Bianca?
Bianca does nothing. Her merch doesn't move. Her TV doesn't move. No, nothing.
Honestly, she looks the part and plays the part pretty well, but I think it's one of those deals where they push this girl too fast in the fans' minds. Like, she didn't get popular enough before they gave her this spot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, which could, because she came up from NXT, and what she did, she won the Rumble, and the next thing you know, she's a champion. Which is kind of like, there really wasn't a lot of feuding.
But bro, as a booker, I don't think any of us are going to disagree. She's a star. You got to push her.
Is she though? The numbers aren't supporting that. That's
all right.
Point.
Well, then you gotta, whatever.
I'm saying we look at it. The numbers should support it,
right?
But based on perception,
she still gets a pop when she comes out. People do like her. Maybe she needs to get in a really good feud, and she's only been there a little while, but she's a star.
Do you think it turns people off, that thing she does with the hair?
Yeah.
Like the thing. I mean, it could. I mean, I'm not a super big fan of her having a 4-foot-long ponytail that she wrestles in. I'm not a big fan of that. Maybe people turn up, but they think that's kind of weird or something.
But maybe
kids I'm surprised. If she's not getting good numbers, like if she's not moving the dial, look for her to be more scantily clad when she shows up on television again. I would suggest if she wants to.
She's not champion, Disco. So I mean that says it a lot. So the main part of the story is the next part. So there has been talk about potentially unifying these belts now as early as Survivor Series, and the main goal will be to keep Becky on both shows. So they're trying to find as much ways as they can to have Roman on Becky on everything. Because
I didn't think she was that popular. Wow.
Yeah, she is. Like, a lot of the networks are interested in having her as well, even on other shows. So they're talking about doing that as early as Survivor Series. I don't want to be held to that, because that's just what the talks are. It could be later on down the line, but it's definitely on the table, because the WWE have brought in Molly Holly, because they felt Molly Holly was a good person who knows how to put 3 or 4 minute matches on TV, and was good at doing it back in the day, even 2-3 minute matches. And that's what they are looking to do with women who are not seen as a draw. So this isn't the top women's matches, like the title matches, but they are now seemingly done with all the girls going out there working 7 or 8 minutes, because it's just a ratings killer.
It's not even 7. They're doing 2 and 3 minutes. We noticed, like we talked about the time, like Conan's noticed.
Yeah, they did it on Raw. They did it on Raw this week.
That coincides with
SmackDown.
The new producer is in, and that's who it is. That's her.
Well, that's interesting, because like anybody with a critical eye, like me and Conan have trained, we've been wrestlers and stuff and all that. You can tell when these girls, the more time they have, the more chance the match has to be of lesser quality, because they try to start doing too much stuff and keeping it extremely. All the girls there do the basic things very, very well. And when they stick to that, it's serviceable television. It's when they start doing the spots that the guys do, the topes and all those things.
Who is this new producer you're talking about, Billy?
Molly Holly. Molly Holly.
Oh, okay. Oh, Molly Holly.
So she obviously worked through the early 2000s.
She was in WCW too with us. She's awesome. Yeah.
But that's the thing. They feel like she was able to utilize the 2-3 minutes, and her job is to show them how to do 2-3 minutes, which is very different to what the agenda was before.
Wow.
So that's what she's doing.
So it's actually like a wow.
Yeah.
All right.
For certain girls, your like Carmella's,
the ones that they think aren't draws. Yeah.
Yeah.